Hi beautiful souls, this is Yana and welcome to my next update in the month of October of 2009. And I'll be just sharing my truth and revelations from the month of September, and also announcing you that here in Central Florida we are creating or building a community of the fifth dimension, higher consciousness. It's me and Jamie and his family. He's the creator of the Awakening Our Truth YouTube channel. So we're trying. See what happens. See what unfolds. I'll definitely will let you know how things are going forward, progressing. So welcome. Here's my YouTube channel, Yana. You can also find me on YouTube channel Awakening Our Truth. My email address is kaliana82@gmail.com, and my website is yanakalai.com. My videos are for educational purposes and even entertainment. I'm here to inspire you, empower you, or sharing my truth with you. From all those dimensions, where the volunteer souls coming from the core of the universe, even from those galactic cosmic levels, and we know we're multidimensional beings, so what I'm sharing with you comes from all levels of existence. Pretty much we're multidimensional beings. And it's very interesting how we are anchoring those high vibrational energies, the energies of cosmic Christ Sophia consciousness here on this planet, on Gaia, that is ascending, right? We are going to fourth density, and we are reaching the dimensions of the 5D, of the Christ consciousness, of unity consciousness, and the galactics are joining us, the people of the inner earth are joining us. There are all kinds of revelations and also exposure of all the wrongdoings in all the areas of our lives, or the infrastructure all across the globe. And hopefully there'll be more and more ET disclosure, and also we're hoping for the new quantum financial system to be online in this dimension. So we, the light workers, the star seeds, with our 5D projects, right? I have my project actually that I started 10 years ago. It was aimed for the US military, and I got kicked out. I got kicked out just a week ago from that apartment where I was living. I'm just too much energy. People can't handle it. And also I'm the one, when I give orders, people have to listen. So even though it doesn't look like that or seem like that, I am very, very strict. I have my rules. There are disciplines. I'm not imposing it on anybody. I'm nicely expressing it, putting it out there. But when people are not listening to what I have to say, and especially people are informed who I am now through my website, or even my latest meditation was the Waterfall Meditation. I'm going to post a link in the description box, because that video you can only find on Awakening Our Truth YouTube channel, because Jamie had to do all this editing. So if people are informed about the mission that I do, who I am, and they're still in full of resistance, and there's all this dissonance, and instead of people meditating and finding that beautiful diamond within their hearts and souls, instead they're polishing their cars in a garage and just totally stuck in the 3D matrix of artificial intelligence, and just being in relationships that make zero sense, right? It's just fear-based consciousness, and total disunity, disparage, separation, total duality, the polarization of the negative side, right? So anyway, right now I'm here in nature. I'm actually most of the time spending it even in my car, sleeping, but it's beautiful. It's under a tree, and the mornings are gorgeous. I can see the sunrise and even the sunset, and the birds are awakening me, and even the rooster is my alarm clock too. So it's Mother Nature is amazing. It's mainly I came here for her and just kind of helping her with the Ascension. I have a strong connection with her, and of course through my soul lineage, ascended masters, right, like Yeshua. Here people know him as Jesus. And also I came here for my soul group. So many soul siblings. I'm warrior, so they're in the military, and just that's also when my awakening, that was a brutal awakening in 2006, started happening. What in the world am I doing here? And then I end up in those situations with some kind of U.S. Military Marine officer at the School of Massage, like what the bleep is going on, what this is all about. And it took me, how many years? 10 years, right? Because I designed a project for the military 10 years ago. It took me quite some time to figuring things out. And also why I was fighting with all these alpha draconians, because the U.S. military I'm talking about the negative factions, about those dark heads. The U.S. military infiltrated by the alpha draconians, by the Nazis, the Zionists, the Jesuits, the mafia, right, the mobs. The negative aliens with their negative alien agenda, with all kinds of recruitments. It was all nothing but really perversion, distortion, just horrible experiments on U.S. Military guys, U.S. soldiers right after World War II here in the United States. Project Paperclip, right? You can do research what that is all about. So I just found out that while I was fighting like that, I'm not only a warrior, indigo warrior, but also I found out that I do have a DNA of those guys. And it just happened, that was the equinox. That there was this revelation. What was this all about? Who really am I? Who am I? How come I'm fighting with those guys? In the astral plane. What is this connection with my soul siblings in the military, and especially the U.S. Marine Corps? I came here, I didn't know what that thing was, right? And then who was the father on my grandma from that father's side, right? She had blue eyes and blonde hair. That's like she had a German blood. It's alpha draconian. I have all this DNA. My dad's got Rh negative, right? And then even though I have my blood type is A+, it's just because the chromosomes and mitochondria won't get transferred from the father. It gets transferred from the mother, right? And she's very earthling, kind of. My mother is very earthling, but I'm extremely galactic. And so I'm healing that lineage of the Nazis, of the alpha draconians, of the reptilians, of the negative faction, and me as a starseed, and being trained for eons, right, by the ancient ones, the ancient builders, because I'm part of the family. Plus I'm extremely connected to the rishi sages of the Himalayan mountains, the blue starborn, the Essenes. They had beautiful communities here, and they were the ones who were persecuted, and so many of them, of course, tyrannized and terrorized or tortured, and then all this infiltration happening in those communities as well. So all this degradation, I can see that. But somebody has to heal all these lineages. I decided to do so, volunteer soul on all those levels, whether the planetary level, the galactic, cosmic, here in the solar system. So that's kind of my story. All these revelations, like unbelievable. Om Namah Shivaya. And Also why I'm not engaging in any really relationships. This human relationship is actually destroyed me. For me, it was nothing but Hiroshima, Nagasaki, totally toxic, because people don't have that advanced inner technology like I do. I have to do lots of inner work, energy hygiene, lots of meditation. So some people even are like trying to help me, but then they want to be either involved, or there was an individual who wanted me to work for Lockheed Martin, right? That's the company that produces directed energy weapons. There's just so much unawareness. Like, I was meeting really nice people, but just people are not informed, people are not educated. And even the place that I was renting, I was saying to those people, like, please turn down the volume, because they are watching crime movies or some kind of crazy nonsense movies, and at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the morning. No. I'm trained differently, like, especially when I was staying at those ashram places. You go to bed at 10 a.m. and you wake up at 10 p.m. You wake up at 6 a.m. You do your yoga meditation. Is kind of my routine, and that's what I was trying to establish in the U.S. military 10 years ago. The yoga and Ayurveda and Christ consciousness, and I got blown up, right? People, whatever the officers of the negative faction, the negative fleet, that just want to control and manipulate and destroy us, the volunteer souls. We're the change makers, we're the foreigners, we're the pioneers. We helping Gaia, humanity, with the Ascension. And so I was not received nicely at all. So I'm just wondering whether I'm going to be received nicely this time after 10 years, right? So we have the Q movement, the galactic Q. We have the military officers, they're changing of the guards. We are turning the tides, and see what happens. It's some of my soul siblings will either show up, or somebody will contact me that they want to make the change, that they're aware what was happening. And horrible damage has been done to the population, especially in the United States, with all the fluoride thing, MK Ultra, the programming of the Nazi scientists, Soviet scientists. So, and especially in the military, it's huge, right? So, and because my videos are for my soul siblings, there are starseeds, there are warriors, sensitive souls, empaths, indigo children, crystal children, and just people who work with energies. People are aware of higher dimensions, okay? And even there are ETs here on this dimension. That's why I have the 5D project with the 5D protocol, the evolving of self. I'm all about understanding the self is very important. We have our soul family, our brothers and sisters in the inner earth. It's very important to connect with them. You're welcome to watch my meditations, the 3 hearts meditations, right? We were connecting to the crystal core of Mother Earth, and then we were connecting to the heart chakra. Right now it's pink, like all our energy system has been upgrading, and that's what was happening to me in September. I was not able to function. That was the full moon in Pisces. That was the 13th of September, right? I was receiving downloads from Babaji, the deathless yogi on the path of immortality. He opened a portal at the Himalayan mountains 3,000 years ago. I'm very much connected. He's helping me with a project, and Paramsa Yogananda wrote a book about him. And in the book, the autobiography of the yogi. And so I'm very much connected to that lineage. And also today Yashua came here with my mission, because I'm doing the Ascension meditation still with Sandra Walter now over 3 years, 3.5 years, just kind of crystallizing our DNA. No more carbon-based DNA, because we're divine, luminous, glorious human beings. And those archons, right, those reptilians, the Zionists, the Jesuits, even the Anunnaki, the Alpha Draconians, did I mention that? They just can't take it. They just want to control, they want to manipulate. They're extracting energy from humans and from this planet. They're attacking the sexual energy. But for me, it's going to be about mastering yourself, mastering your energies, the sexual energies, healing your wounds, integrating your shadow. And that's the shadow comes from inheriting those DNAs from those bad guys. So, and me, Pluto in the first house now finally is going direct, right? My Pluto and Uranus, they're in the first house of Libra. And so that's going to be my work, and so we can be of service, right? So I had to do all the work, like this whole loop. But I am breaking that cycle. That's why I am not even contacting that DNA family, because there was also lots of abuse and misunderstanding there. All this black magic, witchcrafting, especially from that Slovak family, and so much poverty consciousness. But and then you have the paternal side. There was the World War II or World War I. My grandma, right? Her father unknown. Like I said, she was brought up by the mother's sister, especially by her aunt, And then it just dawned on me, and there were those revelations. Then the equinox, it just kind of came to me. Oh my God, she had that German blood, and that kind of Nazi elite energy, and very domineering. But she was very passionate. My grandma, and her husband, my grandfather. I mean, I love my grandfather. He was my best person in that family. He died when I was 11, but they just didn't click. They were always, there was a disharmonious relationship, and unfortunately that lineage, or that kind of cycle I was born into, just people sticking together, living in especially disharmonious relationships, and then they have a breast cancer, right, diabetes, prostate cancer, just name it, because people are stuck in those negative patterns, and I guess they don't know how to get out of it. And I would say the religious or Catholic dogma is once you marry, you cannot get divorced. And that's what kind of happened to that person, mother, who kind of I chose to be my mother, right? The Slovak kind of Catholic dogma thing. Again, I had to process all that shadow and integrate it, acknowledge it, how people are stuck. It's like, and nothing is possible, and just all these worries and fear, and all this dogma, and I couldn't even express myself. I couldn't even talk to her, speak to her. There was zero respect, there was zero understanding, there was zero harmony, there was no honor, nothing, no appreciation for me or who I am, what I represent, because people also have their pineal gland is calcified, and the consciousness is not there. Just again coming from those extremely high dimensions, being born to family that is very of low awareness, low consciousness, and plus all this black magic and all this cursing and cusses everywhere. It was very difficult for me to kind of be brought up in this kind of environment. And then of course you carry that, everything's being transferred to you. What parents didn't do, they didn't do inner work, then you have to do the inner work for them, right? And then we do it also for the collective, we do it for the humanity, and we do it also on that planetary level, like I said, and the galactic level, universal level, cosmic level. So it's a lots of work that we do in all those dimensions. And yeah, sometimes I ask for support, but looks like people, oh, I only support you if you do this, or if you are in relationship with me. Like, what is that all about? No, it's all about giving, and just conscious giving, receiving equal, right? Now we're in this Libra energies, and selflessly, and just do it from your heart center, from your heart chakra. That's energy philanthropy, Marina Jacobi. It's just because you really want to do it, but again, you put conditions, and that's what those human relationships are: conditions, conditions, conditions. And then you see those beautiful people or beautiful children sitting in a restaurant, and they have their parents. Those parents have nothing to say to each other, but now they have to take care of the kids. Please connect with your soul. Know yourself, who you truly are, okay? And then find your soulmate, your soul sibling, or your twin flame. That's you, that's your soul. My twin flame, it's in those high dimensions, and he can only meet me in those fifth or sixth, seven dimensions, right? He would not subscribe to this dimension. Me chose to be here in this dimension, and of course I'm doing it with him. I guess we had to even flip the soul. Maybe I'm just a walking because of this trauma and everything that was happening with this brutality, torture, MK Ultra of those Nazis, and right, the Alpha Draconians. Yeah, that was very difficult to process that, but here we go. I'm here. So anyway, yeah, no more human relationships for me. It just doesn't work for me. People have to have to be highly advanced souls, and remembering who we truly are, remembering our mission, and being of service. So that's I'm talking to you guys who resonate with me, because I want to help those abused guys in the military, young veterans, right? They have children who went through that horrible sex trafficking thing, and all kinds of violence and nonsense. So, but they are beautiful souls. So yeah, so that's where I am. So I had all these revelations. So again, I'm going to post the Waterfall Meditation in the description box. I am working on a positive affirmations. That's going to be my another project. And yeah, we had this new moon in Libra. That was the September 28th. Again, I was just slammed with all those energies, all this rewiring, recalibration, rejuvenation, upgrades, downloads, just name it. I was not able to be physical. That's why I am asking for support on some donation, even a little bit. And again, I'm so thankful and grateful for those who did that, whatever the amount is, as long as it comes from the heart structure and it's without any expectations. But I did some babysitting last night so I can do my oil change and buy some food, and that's how I live, through grace now. And I know I have to have faith and trust, and it's getting better because I know the timeline has shifted, the energies are shifting, even the energies of the poles, right? I'm sure something shifted, the solar flares, we had all these solar storms, the plasma, because even our light body is being upgraded, the crystalline light body, the plasma light body. It's crazy. The inner technology is unbelievable, and people are still searching or trying to develop this kind of technology, that kind of technology, and looking for answers outside of themselves and relationships out there, right? Instead of, hey, all is within you. The kingdom of God is within you. Yeshua said that 2,000 years ago, right? Even more so. And it's true. Like for me, it's just confirmations, but yeah, it is a lot of work, lots of inner work. Who is going to do it? Somebody has to do it. We are doing it. So please join me, those who want to do it, who make the choice, or who are doing it. I'm very thankful, grateful for all these other light workers, starseeds, because it is an enormous job, lots of responsibility. You're being tested like crazy. All those challenges, I pretty much chose one of those challenging thing, but I wrote the script, so I am responsible for it now. Understand? Even though I am begging my galactic family, please take me back home to my spaceship and starseed, and I go there during my dreams, even sleeping in my car. I know it's like I'm in a spaceship, that's the Earth spaceship, but I know I go way up there, so then it kind of takes me a while to get down here. I disappear from here. I mean, maybe you can see my physical vessel, my hologram, but I'm not here, and I'm so happy to be with highly evolved beings, because that's who I am, you know. We're also evolutionary, we highly evolved souls. And so the reset hopefully is coming. There are some people helping me with the Zimbabwe banknotes for the revaluation. You know, I started my project 10 years ago. I'm still working on it. So again, somebody who is interested to what I have to offer, some soul who wants to help me with all that. It's a lots of work, but you know, it already happened. We are doing it. We are doing it, and here with Jamie, kind of creating the community in Central Florida. Come and visit or contact us. Like I said, my email address is kaliana82@gmail.com. Website is Yana Kalai. I know my website needs to be upgraded, but again, I need a new computer. I need some techno-savvy guys. I know, Jamie's working on doing his projects, so, but we're helping each other. He has a great family. I can stay kind of in his property. He's got a beautiful home, beautiful family. So things are flowing. Things are great. And what else I wanted to share? Yeah, I actually, when I was looking for a job, there was this assisted living here in Oxford, Florida, and it just struck me how well it was designed, especially the interior. But it's of course for the elders, and there is nothing wrong. It's just I want to take care of the young generation who's been extremely abused, because they are our future. They are the ones who will start making all these beautiful changes, so we can create this beautiful space here on earth and live in peace and harmony and in beauty and having joyful and peaceful, purposeful life. So I want to definitely help that generation. But it was great. I had all these very interesting experiences. So again, hopefully maybe the RV will kick in. I have to make sure, I don't know where my package arrived, because I had to move. So the shipping address kind of had to move. So I had to do some stuff with the post office. But it will work out either way, And now we are ready for the... Now there's going to be the full moon in Aries. That's going to be pretty intense. But I have images about also the specifications, details about my mission, who I really am, like reestablish the divine order, especially in that military, U.S. military, and even across the globe. Like we're doing it here on this planet for everybody who is ready, and staying positive is very important, and who wants to contribute to this ascension process, to this transition to the higher octave, to the harmonic universe number 2, where everything is about soul connection, consciousness expansion, and transparency and beauty and peace and harmony and truth, honesty, and authentic life, living authentic life. You're being guided by your Holy Spirit and by your intuition. So the energy hygiene, like I talk about, is very important. That's what is going to be in my communities, pretty much feeling your true self again, coming home. Okay, it's all it's within yourself. It starts with you. It's in your heart, sacred heart, and bringing that unconscious into consciousness, right? Also cleansing our karma from our DNA, transforming our DNA. It all can happen, can be done through the violet flame of transformation, transmutation. I work also with Archangel Michael Almoria, pretty much helping people to connect with their divine will through their personal will. We're creating or bringing the divine order here on this planet. It's very important. Rearranging, restructuring the infrastructure again, especially in the United States and of course across the globe, the planet. So that's the work that we are doing. It's interdimensional in many dimensions. So and so that's where we are. That's where I am, and yeah, see what happens. See what happens. Yeah, so that facility was so beautiful. I would add like gardens there, just food, cooking organic food with that Ayurvedic kind of lifestyle. There's so much wisdom and science behind yoga and Ayurveda. And yeah, exactly, that's what I started 10 years ago. So again, see what happens. That's kind of my lifestyle. That's how I live. That's going to be my protocol. And I'm just walking my talk, I speak my truth, and yeah, just being on the path of ascension and helping with the transition. So that's where I am. So that was my update. How are you guys doing with somebody is practicing, maybe staying in that 0 point balance? That's going to be part of my teachings. The neutrality is so important, like no attachment, to the material, crazy worldly stuff, but of course all you'll be connected and attached, so-called, to your soul, to your source, to your divine self, to your oversoul, to I am presence. Okay. And like I said, we did the meditation, 3 hearts meditation, right? Also the connecting to the divine feminine. We are bringing the energies of Atlantis, especially Lemuria, here on this planet, the divine feminine. So feel what you feel, pay attention to what you feel, act upon your feelings. That's your truth. Don't be afraid of your feelings, your emotions. That's part of our makeup, and very important to bring that divine feminine and that divine masculine together. Okay, so your inner child can be reborn, and you can start co-creating with the divine and beautiful life on this planet. We are the guardians, taking care of it, like recycling, right? Gardening and building buildings with feng shui. With this divine energy, sacred geometry. You just have to be in touch with your soul and guided by your spirit. It's very important. You can live your life, authentic life, right? Working on that negative ego. That ego needs to be transformed. Okay, something as a symbol of Mary Magdalene. Right, here we had the Divine Mother, Mother Mary, and of course I need to continue with my unity meditations, ascension meditations, the Lemuria crystals. I am now energizing them, and very important to also heal your solar plexus, okay, and claim your power back. Okay, the solar plexus, that's the area beneath your heart chakra. And that's not the controlling, manipulative thing. No, that's actually you're guided by your soul, and you just need to cleanse your energy system, your chakra column. Again, part of my project, chanting, right? We talk about the chanting. Mantras, japa meditation, whether it's the Om Namah Shivaya or the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not be want, or just chanting Om, the sacred sound, or even Hu, like human. This is all up to you. Remember the Guru, right? The Guru also is within you. It used to be that, people would go to ashram and bow to Guru, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's still people doing it. But now the new age, the golden age, will be to feel that Guru within yourself. Om Shri Guru Vyo Namaha, the inner Guru. So that's again going to be part of my teachings. You guys, if you're interested in my ascension kind of coaching, this again, you can contact me. Okay, it's about all understanding yourself, creating sacred space, raising the frequency vibration of your body energy field for your health and well-being, and also creating sacred space at home for rejuvenation, so you can connect with your soul and awaken to your true self, who you truly are. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon. And wishing you a beautiful day, many blessings, and namaste. Take care. This is Yana. Bye-bye.